those pancakes look delicious. Oh, I would love to have a few of those. Man, sim food always makes me so hungry. Geez, Natalie, but you're scarfing it down so fast. But hello, everybody! Whoops, there's a wall. Oh, and they're talking about business. Welcome! We're back here at Natalie Greenheart's house. Today, she actually has her little apprentice with her. This is Cinnimon Lusher. You guys were introduced to her at the pumpkin patch party. But Cinnimon, man, she's an interesting character. She's one of the teenagers here in Ledesia. And Ledesia is pretty, well, they're pretty adventurous with what they make their teenagers do in terms of school. Oh, well, we're changing the subject, that's for sure. Now we're on to talking about love. But in Ledesia, teenagers actually apprentice out to adults in the community, and they're given big projects. And Cinnimon has a bit of a natural talent for gardening. So even though she's quite lazy, she's a big slacker, likes to try to get away with doing as little as possible. She got assigned to help out Natalie with her garden so that we can get sprouted up and going. Natalie is working on developing a big garden that's going to have lots of organic produce that can help feed Ledesia. But so far she needs a little bit of help getting it up off the ground. Oh, looks like they're talking about, you know, the effects of organics and pollution and everything. So Cinnimon, even though it's a school day, gets to come here to Natalie's house and spend quite a bit of time working with her in the garden today. And Natalie gets free help. That's always going to help quite a bit, isn't it, Natalie? Also, put those away. I don't want them to go bad. But yeah, and Cinnimon seems to be adjusting really well to the move here too. She already wants to be friends with Eureka, earn some skills. She's even thinking about college. And meanwhile, look at Natalie. Natalie, look at your wants. She wants to be friends with Keller, and she also wants her very first kiss. So I think there might be some parallels going on there. But alright, ladies. Cinnimon, be prepared. That's right, clean up your mess. Natalie, jeez. Natalie! You can't sponge bathe in front of Cinnimon. That is not proper apprenticeship behavior. But Natalie's freaking out because she wants a shower. So Cinnimon, you have been assigned to go out in the garden and do some of the basics. Unfortunately, the garden needs a lot of help. That pumpkin patch party ended up leading poor Natalie to have to spend a lot of time not paying attention to the plants. And it didn't work out so well. Alright, let's get all these composted. But yeah, Cinnimon Lusher. She is a green thumb, born salesman, social butterfly, true slacker. She's actually very tidy, and she's very nice. Super shy, even though she's a pop sim, but I take that to mean that she likes being around people, but she is indeed a bit of a wallflower. What? Why isn't this compost disappearing? Geez, it must be a lot of dead plant. There we go. Natalie, jeez, come on, take your shower. Okay, apparently the shower's facing the wrong direction. A little bit of quick rearranging going on in here. Also, we have a plant poking in. That's not good. Let's switch you over there for now, plant. There we go. Alright, Natalie, now take a shower. There we go. Alright, we'll leave her to shower and check on Cinnamon's progress in the garden. Come on, Cinnimon. Oh no! It can't be that hard, my dear. They're dead plants! Just pull them out! Okay, now they're starting to disappear. We'll leave poor Cinnimon to enjoy. I mean, she's getting a fun boost from it. She is a green thumb. But she gets to enjoy her internship pulling up weeds. I actually think that she would enjoy how laid back this kind of activity is compared to the hard work of actually having to do her schoolwork, which is pretty intensive here in Ledesia. So she likes internship days. Meanwhile, we'll let Natalie answer that phone call. I'm thinking if she and Cinnimon can get the garden back on its feet fast enough, she might invite her neighbor, Keller Coops, the llama guy, over for dinner. Oh hey Natalie, Eureka's calling up. Eureka and Natalie actually hit it off really well. They've become very good friends. Not best friends, but they're friends. Very helpful. Natalie, this is working out very well for you actually. You're able just to stay inside and chit chat a little bit while your wee intern is sweating it out. plucking up all these weeds. Well, it's a win-win situation for everybody, jeez. Alright, we'll speed it up a little bit. Check that out, Cinnamon! Your hobby enthusiasm is going up at least. And Natalie, come on. You're already good friends with Eureka. Alright, let's get her out here so she can plant some pole beans. Along here. She's got plants at all different stages of growth right now, too. But how fun! Oh, check it out. Once these plants are grown, she's going to turn them into some healthy meals in her kitchen, which she then is going to turn around. Another party? Calm down, Natalie, jeez. Which she's then going to turn around and sell over at her store Sprouted. There we go. And she's also going to sell just like the raw produce. But she's a whiz at making really delicious food. And she tends to make it in her own kitchen because the sparkle effect that happens when the food is very good, made from high quality produce that the Sims grow, can only occur with produce that you use from a Sim's house. But that's okay. I mean, she lives right down the street from her store, so I figure she just likes her own kitchen better. Alright, let's plant many pole beans. Cinnamon, if you're lucky, today you might be put in charge of actually planting a seed. It is a big responsibility, young lady. I'll have you know. As it is, I just feel bad that she's responsible for like this endless weeding. Look at all the weeding that needs done. All the composting. Alright ladies, get to work. We're gonna speed it up a little bit. I imagine that they're chit-chatting about like the best way to grow things in the garden, their favorite food. Cinnamon might be sharing a little bit about her life with Natalie, talking about her parents. Oh, maybe they'll go on a hike. Natalie did want to go on a hike a bit earlier. There we go. Alright, Natalie, why don't you start helping out? You know, one of the reasons that Natalie did decide to bring Cinnamon on as one of, like, an intern is that she really likes Cinnamon's name. She thought it was pretty cool. Oops. There we go. Well, hopefully those will disappear in a second. It just takes a minute for the dead plants to go away. There we go. I think that these guys might actually do it. We might actually get the garden up and going again. It's looking better. Natalie invested in an irrigation system, so at least they don't have to water the whole thing by hand. And hopefully it'll be big enough to help feed the masses, because there's a lot of people in Ledesia. And they're gonna need like a constant supply of food. Hear that, Natalie? It's all up to you. Alright, look at Cinnamon go! I am sincerely pleased, because she is a true slacker, so I was wondering if she would just like try to get away with not doing anything. It's almost time to send her home though. You can't like keep her forever. Sorry, Natalie. I know it would be really nice if you could. Cinnamon, I think you can be trusted with planting some eggplant seeds. That is a big deal. You're almost to that level. Just a few more weeds. Ah! Alright, it's going to be fun once we get Sprouted up and going too. I really love running businesses because it's just fun to see what the Sims do. Alright, there we go. You may now take a break, my dear, and be trusted with planting some eggplants. Oops. Nope, nope, nope. Natalie, stop it. We don't need one there. We don't need strawberries there. Natalie. Oh well. Alright, there we go. Good job, Cinnamon. Now that it's so late in the evening, I think it's like time to send her home. Well, oh, you know what? Here, Cinnamon. You can finish off this plot by planting some more strawberries. Alright, they got the garden back up and going. Cinnamon, even though you are a slacker and you know you try to be a wallflower, you are actually going to have a key place in feeding the entire community. You should feel really good about that. Natalie's gonna cheer the plants up a little bit. And then we'll let the ladies exchange some words. Then send Cinnimon home. I just love, like, why elephants? Why always elephants? I guess she's telling them to grow big and strong. Alright. In fact, let's talk about the hobby of nature! Good job, Cinnimon. You did excellent. Next time we'll check out some birds, study leaf patterns. I think this is something Cinnamon's actually kind of excited about. She might think about starting some kind of store in the future. She actually wants to run, even though she's a slacker, and even though she's pretty shy, she wants to run some of her own businesses. So it's going to be interesting to see how Cinnimon ends up running 5 top businesses, even though she's so shy. But where there's a will, there's a way. You could take your businesses into the city. Good, I think these two are getting along. She is your new little intern. Yeah, they'll be fast friends in no time. Look at that. Tell a joke. And then actually... And then let me turn that off. There we go. And then we're gonna send her home. I'm having a feeling that Natalie's not very good with music. I bet she tried to play violin as a child and just like broke it, and her parents said never again. They tried to help her out, give her some variety to her task because, you know, she's allergic to animals, and growing up on a farm, that was probably very difficult for Natalie. See these? These are the horseshoes from her favorite horse. It was one that her dad had for years, and she could never ride it because she'd break out in hives as soon as she got near it, but she loved that horse, so there's its horseshoes. Little story there. Alrighty. It's almost dinner time. I think we're gonna invite Keller Coops over. Send Natalie to freshen up. No, he already took a shower. And actually, she didn't get that dirty working in the garden. Alright, Cinnamon's gonna be headed out. I think she's already gone. There she goes. Look at that. Look at that. They did such a good job. And I bet Keller would be so happy to have some company because he's kind of just alone on his little corner of the world with his llamas right now. A man needs more in this life than just llamas. Even a man such as Keller Coops. You look fine, Natalie. Just as farm girly as usual. That's right, your poofy hair. I really can't say anything about your breath, though. I'm not sure about the state of your breath. She eats mostly fruits and vegetables, though, so I can't imagine that it would be anything too dramatic. Alright, let's invite him over and see if he's gonna come over for dinner. So she can become friends with him. She might make some of her famous comfort soup. That might be a good thing. Invite over. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? He should! They're really close to being— oh, sweet! Alright, he's gonna come over. Serve dinner. Grandma's comfort soup. That sounds like the perfect meal. I wonder— I don't think she's flirted with anybody yet, so I wonder if she has a thing for him. He should show up any minute now. I bet it's gonna be just when she ends up putting it on the stove. What? Oh, never mind. I see what's going on now. Oh, he's here! Okay, hang on a second, Coops. Natalie's got soup on the oven. You don't want to burn it. It's Grandma's comfort soup. Very delicious. There we go. Alright. Hurry, Natalie! Now let's see how this goes. Natalie is just such a good neighbor. I feel like she's one of the people in the community who works really hard to try to throw events and just greet people. Really get quite friendly. Oh, gotta get her mail. That's fine, that's fine. Just throw it on the ground. It's not like you're gonna forget to pay your bills, silly woman. Alright, time for some comfort soup. Where'd Coops go? Coops! You're smelling the flowers around— you're smelling the compost bin. Okay. Sir, I promise you, that compost bin does not smell good. Really? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So, Coops is, you know, just chilling by smelling the compost bin. That's totally normal. Wait, why don't you come in here and eat? I'm gonna make you eat, actually. Because... There we go. Oh, he wants to ask somebody out on a date. Good to know. In fact, let's just keep you selected so we know what you want while you're visiting. I have no problem with that. I'm in charge here. I get to know what you guys are thinking at all times. Why not? Very close to, like, being friends. I wonder if he'd want to ask Natalie out on a date. We'll have to have them flirt with each other and see what happens. He's not big on magic stories, Natalie. Fairy tales aren't his thing. I guess he likes TV more than fairy tales. Oh! Well, Natalie, I guess she's like asking him, so anybody in your life, you know, that you're kind of attracted to or anything like that? He doesn't have anybody, actually. What are his turn-ons again? His turn-ons are facial hair and mechanical. I don't think that he's gonna swing your way, my dear. We'll have to see. He might have some voltage, but... Oh, wow. Well, you're just being quite... Now she's just being pretty frank. I'm talking about woohoo. Night activities. I guess she didn't like that response. Oh dear. Not big on that. If you guys are so close to being... Oh, there we go. They made friend status! Woohoo! She wants to be best friends with him. Wants to meet someone new. I think she's getting the vibe that he might not be that into her. And you, sir? Yeah, he doesn't even have the option to scope the room yet, so I don't think that he has the capability. What do you want to do? Oh, wow! 20 simultaneous lovers. Natalie, my dear, I think you're a gentle soul who deserves, you know, better treatment than that. I don't think that she'd take, like, having multiple lovers very well, but... Let's go ahead and have her just see what happens if you guys have any bolts with each other. Checks him out. She is not that impressed. What about him? Oh, well then. He's got one bolt. They've got one bolt with each other, but she's not that impressed. So, I don't think this is going anywhere, except now he wants to ask her on a date. Well, it's really late. We'll have to see how he feels about that, because she's not rolling any wants for it. We'll have her scope the room real quick and just see if she changes her mind. I think that Natalie found a good friend. Look, he's even cleaning for her. He is a good friend, just not that kind of friend. Good to know, good to know. Alright, you guys, go ahead and chit-chat for a bit longer. And Natalie, I have a feeling Natalie is going to send him home with the rest of the soup because she is awesome like that. Is it raining? Oh, sweet, it's raining. I guess we have an irrigation system, but that's always good for the garden. That soup does smell good. It's almost midnight. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gotta be careful there. I don't want a first kiss. Didn't mean that. Chat about hobbies a little bit. Tell us more about yourself, Coops. Gotta roll his things. And I do have somewhere I've got his stats listed. Entertain. Aha! That's so Natalie. Tell a dirty joke. Let's see how this goes down. It didn't go down well. She would totally apologize for that. Be like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for it to be awkward. It's almost midnight though. It's probably time to send him home. So Coops, it turns out that you're a good friend, but you have not been the romance material that I thought you potentially might be. And that's okay. There's always more fish in the sea, Natalie. Always more fish in the sea. Let's go ahead and... Hey! Hey! Hey, Natalie? Natalie, I don't know about that decision. Don't let his, like, swarthy eyes, that gaze. I'm watching you, Coops. I'm watching you. You can have a friendly hug, Natalie. I'm just looking out for your best interests. So I don't know about this guy. Oh, see? People know she's a good person. She just got more fame in the neighborhood for being a good person. I'm not gonna let you get taken advantage of, Natalie. Alright, Coops, you get your butt out of here. She's just not that into you. Sorry, dude. Sorry, Natalie, but just looking out for you. Alright. Well, it's been an interesting day. We're gonna have to keep an eye out. She's gonna take a shower. We're gonna have to keep an eye out, just watch the garden. Now that we have some help, it actually went really well, even though we have so much land to take care of. And we'll have to get Natalie out. Once she's, you know, over at Sprouted, she might have a chance to meet more people who are a little more compatible than her neighbor, who apparently has designs and interest on her as a lover, but, you know, I think we'll just keep it to a friendship level. Because, Natalie, you're so sweet. You're just so sweet. Aren't you so sweet, Natalie? Everybody loves you. Alright, we're gonna send Natalie to bed and then just get her working on the garden. Next time we come back, we'll have to go on some more adventures and see what other people in the neighborhood are up to. Alright, everybody. We'll see you next time. Stay curious.